with mushroom and saffron tea. Her name is Vita. Please pronounce your last name.
Veracruz.
Veracruz. Yeah. Vita, icebreaker. The title is Be Realistic, Expect Miracles. Be Realistic, Expect Miracles. Please welcome Vita.
Be realistic, expect a miracle. We have decided to give you a full leadership presidential scholarship and invite you to come to United States to study the dream field that you told us, pharmacy. Is that going to be okay with you? Beta? Beta. I was a young, restless college student who thought school is getting on the way of my real learning. I studied languages and I used to be a tour guide to practice my languages. And I loved doing that. I was proud to show tourists from around the globe the land of Persepolis and Cyrus the Great, the land of caviar and saffron, the land of rich culture and very friendly people. This time, I had a group of 12 Americans who are visiting Iran for 12 days. So I got the fax. Back then, it was fax, no email communication. And I said yes. So towards the end of the trip, 3 of them asked to meet me in the lobby of the hotel at 4 o'clock. Hopping down the stairs and tripping my way to the lobby, I saw a very unusual setting. I thought they just want to ask me questions about the culture and language and tea houses. But then the setting was interesting. There was a panel-like setting where the 3 of them were sitting on one side, and there was one chair on the other side, which was me. Little I knew that that tour and that group will change my life forever, and that will be the last group that I will ever guide. In 4 months, I was in a state I had never heard before, in a school I had never known, supported by people that I barely knew. I arrived in Alabama. It took me an hour and a half on my first organic chemistry class to understand what professor is referring to is actually carbon. I learned a new language, added to my accent, met the most amazing people with the largest hearts who loved me unconditionally. Okay, maybe a little hope they had that I'd be saved and be with them in the next life, but they never voiced it. I left Alabama to come to California with very thick Iranian Southern accent that entertained a lot of people in California. I used to think that miracle is just those magical, starry, sparkly moments where strangers change your life, where you meet your soulmate in the middle of Alabama, or where you get the results of your board exam. But then I realized that was Miracle 101. Years passed, and my second son was born. Tired of labor, anxious and excited to see the baby, they brought him to me, and I got to get the first glance on him, on his beautiful face. It was beautiful, but half of his face was dark purple. Disappointed, entitled to perfection, I thought that's the cosmetic. It took years of going to the doctor to find out that those large blood vessels could also be inside the eye, and they can be inside the brain. If inside the eye, they cause glaucoma. If they are inside the brain, they can cause 0 to 100% mental retardation. And they couldn't test because the brain was too small. It wouldn't even show if they existed. But then be realistic and expect a miracle. The biggest miracle in my life happened. My attitude changed. I had to let go of expectations because I only had today. I did not know what he shows tomorrow. Glaucoma, 100%, mental retardation, or both. He survived it. He's fine. He didn't show any of those. And a few surgeries and glaucoma did not change my attitude because I learned that the magic and miracle was his very existence, him being in front of me, our existence, our loved ones being around us, their smiles, their moves, me standing before you, us living in this amazing, the best city on earth. My attitude changed because I did let go of expectations. That took me from Miracle 101, skipping intermediate, straight to the ultimate advanced miracle. I often think, what makes one deserving of all these blessings? To this day, I don't have the answer for that, but there is not a moment that I don't think to myself that that day there could be somebody else to receive that scholarship, someone smarter, brighter, and perhaps more deserving. Here I am, though, against all the odds. So stay realistic and expect a miracle.
Oh.